Good morning, friends, and welcome to today's Divine Love transmission. And this is our opportunity to practice the divine art of allowing, to allow divine love, to set your mind to receive and putting your needs aside for the moment and allow yourself the freedom to receive everything the divine has for you. Good morning, magnificent success, my dear Bina. Today I have something on my mind because there's two people I know I just met. One of them I didn't meet, I just heard a story about people who, when love left, they felt like their life was over. When love disappeared, they thought a part of them disappeared. And it just touched my heart so much because I've been through betrayal and heartbreak and abandonment and everything everyone else has. But there's something in me that wants to keep going. And you guys are a big part of it. This community of people that are joining me just to desire more divine expression, where we can really feel who we are in the divine's eye. And that's what today's readings are about. I picked one of my favorite decks here, Believe in Your Own Magic, because it's true that you can spin a story about anything that happens to you in life, including about love. And when you have been betrayed, or when life has dealt you a hard deck, a hard hand to play, that love is always available to support us and to bring us into a sense of well-being no matter what's happening. Okay, so I'm going to read our regular 5 cards, and we're going to lean into receiving. So lay your hand on your chest right now and just say out loud, I allow myself to receive this divine message. Okay? Say it again. I allow myself to receive this divine message because you are so loved. You are the child of a king. Many times in our religious traditions, we see God as king and we as the children of the king. And so that's an old school way, depending on your faith. But I know that you are loved deeper than you know. We're limited as humans in how we enjoy and get it connected to divine love. So our first card from the divine today, the clover. Release your guilt. Many times in life, some relationship can end. Sometimes one of the partners in a relationship passes away, so they actually go to the other side. But many times there's a fiery argument. There's a fiery, conflict that can separate people. Things can be said that shouldn't have been said, and people can have hurt feelings. And when that happens, we can carry a burden of guilt that has nothing to do with God at all and everything to do with our hurt feelings. It's never too late to forgive yourself and walk forward away from something that you know is permanent. So whether it's a breakup or whether someone actually leaves the planet, you may be carrying a false sense of guilt that is something you should have said, something you could have done. And the divine is here today to tell you to stop that. If the divine could do it in a physical body, the divine would shake the finger and say, no, no, please. There's nothing you could have done. There's nothing you could have said. It ended because it ended. And right now, you need to make that choice to move forward and to find examples of divine love in nature and in your life around you. It is never too late to be loved and to find love. If you think that your lover made a mistake and they put you in no contact or they decided they needed to be separate from you, It's so important that you simply respect that. If this person is not craving to be with you, it's okay. You have how can I say it? It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to find evidence of divine love wherever you go, every single day. All right? So release any false guilt that somehow you could have done something differently. The fact is, you did the best you could. And now it's time to seek divine love in surprising places. Okay, so let's move forward. Hi, guys. Hi, Kane. Hi, Dr. V here today. Thank you, Jennifer. So glad to have you. If you're just first time here, welcome. I'm Catherine, and every day I'm following my heart, my mission to express divine love to you because the divine depends on humans to pass these messages along because not many people have skill in reading the invisible. You know, they may go to church or they may go to teachers to understand about God. And God in the divine wants us to find an easier time of it. So that's what these messages are all about. Okay, so this is the second message. It's never too late. What is going on with you, my friends? When we look at this beautiful card, it's a great follow up to the please don't feel guilty over things that you had no control over. So now it's time for healing, not war. This message right here is about those stormy times that happen when you have been through a storm in your relationship. And this one would be particularly meaningful for family who you are connected. There's a commitment there. You can't get rid of your blood relations. They're there for life until they pass over. But it's time for you to look at your family of origin, okay? Maybe there were some arguments in the past. Maybe somebody in your family has hurt you deeply. It's not too late for healing. It's not too late to understand that the circumstances that were happening at that time were difficult for you and this person. You guys were both in a real struggle to make the right decisions. And sometimes things fall apart because one person's decision is not understood by the other. Many feuds inside of families are pointless, and sometimes the arguments were over nothing, right? So, Divine Love's message for you today is to find a way to have a softer heart towards the person that has hurt your feelings. Now, you guys know, I think, that I really like the practice of Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono are 4 phrases that invite the power of God into your life in a real way. When we use these 4 phrases, we are opening our heart to the divine to help in a difficult situation. Would you guys like to know what the 4 phrases are? Or maybe you do know, you can put it into the comments. The first one is I'm sorry. And I'm going to put this in a little story form for you in case you have a family member who has abandoned you or rejected you, okay? If we imagine that that person is apologizing to you, what could it sound like? All right, so take your person who has betrayed you, who has abandoned you, bring them up in your mind, and then see if you can relate to what I'm going to say. Imagine they said this to you. I'm so sorry that that whole thing happened. Please forgive me because I didn't realize how deep you would be hurt by this. Thank you for being patient with me because I was doing the best I could at the time. I love you so much and I miss you. Thank you, Dr. V. Isn't it true? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. If you use your imagination, that beautiful gift of the divine, to say these 4 phrases as if your problem person is saying it to you, it will help bring you into alignment. Christina is here. Oh my gosh. Dog Star Tarot is this tiny powerhouse. Dog Star Tarot is filled with a wisdom from a grandmother's heart. You guys got to check it out. From one grandmother to the next, please go listen to Dog Star. Great. Let's move forward to our third card of the reading. And again, if you're new here, thank you for visiting. It is my pleasure. I don't mean to cause people to cry, but Christina, isn't it true that sometimes the loving message from the divine cuts through all the human, I was going to say BS, right? And it's that part about allowing softness to come in. We're going to our third reading, right? Is that where we are? Yeah. I always pull 5 cards in each of these divine transmissions. My goal is to put us into receiver mode, that we can allow a new revelation of divine love, that we have that privilege of allowing. Okay, so let's go to our third card, and homeward. This, I love this deck so much, you guys. Let me just show you, in case you're just arrived, let me show you what the deck is, because I really love this oracle deck. Because in the true sense of things, we need to believe in our own magic. We can't hand off our happiness to somebody else's magic. That would not be wise. Okay? Homeward, time to take yourself out on a date. Many times when love has been disappointing or hurtful, and this could be in a soulmate relationship, it could be a breakup, it could be something going on in your own family, where you can want so much for other humans to be there to entertain you. We want to be, we can feel so lonely sometimes. Yesterday's reading on loneliness was excellent. It's such a gift, and people want to slap me. Catherine, there's nothing that's a gift about loneliness. It's a terrible thing. Well, guess what? Loneliness has a secret. Go listen to that. Not yet. Stick with me now. But look into the lives on the channel and take a peek at that loneliness reading, because loneliness is just one way of looking at a story. This person here, they love being alone. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. And this person is alone, but, and you can tell, look at how straight she's standing. She has moved forward. The dove of healing is here. You can tell she's at peace. She took the time to fix her hair. You know how when you're depressed, you can't even do anything for yourself. And she's comfortable where she is in her aloneness. I don't read this as a lonely person. Do you? When you look at her, her head is not bowed. There's no tears drifting down her cheek. I feel like this is someone who really understands the value of being alone, that is not a curse. However, divine love has knocked on her door. She opened the door and there's nothing there except divine guidance. So it's time for you, if you're listening to me, this is your personal reading, to take your adorable self, put on some shoes, and go out. And when you go out on the path, can you see it? You don't know who you are going to meet. You don't know who you are going to pass on the street. You don't know who might be your barista in the coffee shop. You don't know, but I will guarantee you that you will have divine appointments all along your path when you can stop, greet someone, and just in kindness be a conduit of divine love. Did you ever think about that? That an act of kindness is an act of divine love? Today, I was out walking my neighbor who is 92, and she has she's healing from her second broken hip in 2 years. God love her. And she wants company to take her walker and walk around our complex. And it's fun for me to do that. She's charming. She's a survivor. She was married 70 years to the same man. And so for me to take that time, even though I have loving feelings for her because she's my friend now, it's important that I allow myself the divine love connection. Why? Because it fills my own love tank with divine love so that in my alone life, I really thrive. And I can let relationships with what I call peripheral people, people way on the outside, they're not family. But often you'll find that strangers can be more loving and kind than even friends and family. It's a strange thing. Can you relate? If you're here listening for the first time, allow yourself the freedom to go out and make some new friends, even if the friend is only for a minute friend, where you just say, wow, that's a great jacket you're wearing. And they say, thank you. And you say, where did you get it? Oh, I bought it at that little shop over there in the mall. That is an interchange of divine love because you're being kind to one another. It is never too late to grow what love is to you. All right, my friends? Let's go to card number 4. Welcome to the Divine Love Transmission. This is so urgent. There's people today who will benefit from your being alive. No kidding. Meeting someone in eye contact and sending love missiles to them without saying it, because some people would think it's weird if you came up and said, I love you, but you can do it invisibly, like a covert spy of love. Okay, our lioness card. Let's see. You've earned all your stripes. Okay, what is the urgent message right now? You have been through a lot. You are a lioness. And by lioness, this has nothing to do with gender. This is just the reality that divine love walks alongside you from the moment you're born. You are never out of divine love's sight. Take that in. Humans can choose, can't they? And sometimes they choose cruelly by cutting people off, saying, I don't want to see you anymore. And the reality is that divine love never abandons you. It can feel like it sometimes. Look at this whale in the background. The whale has to take a deep breath to sink to the depths of the sea. For many, I don't know how long a whale, I need to look that up. How long can a whale stay underwater before it needs to come back for breath? I wish that we had the consciousness of this whale so that when we take a deep breath of divine love, perhaps in a relationship, perhaps with a family member or friend, and we kind of make a mistake because we think that that human can fulfill us. We think, this is it, you complete me. As long as I have this human, I am filled with love. Well, not quite, because any human you fall in love with is going to disappoint you. There are going to be times in your relationship you may want to pinch their head off because you're so frustrated. But with divine love as your cornerstone, you can put up with any human behavior. I'm not kidding. It's never too late. Now, you might be here right now wondering about that person who asked you not to contact them. Has this ever happened to you before? Have you ever had a person say, please don't contact me? I believe that this card is for you. This figure is at ease, very at ease, comfortable with their body, comfortable with their book here, fairy tales. Oh, I love that. Comfortable in her life, and she deserves to feel great about herself. Okay, same as you. If you had someone say, please don't contact me, I have a person in my life who's put me into no contact. It's a person in my own family. And when I think about them, sometimes I can get hurt feelings or I can feel like, how dare they do this and all of that. But on the other hand, if I allow it, I just allow it, for whatever reason this person feels safest and feels like they can be their full self if they're not in my immediate world. I've earned the right to choose my version of that story. I've earned my stripes. I can say to the divine, I miss this person terribly. I don't know how to reconnect. I don't know if we'll ever reconnect. And even though all that's true, I choose you, Divine. Help me with my next logical steps with this person. And then speaking as if is always quite comforting. So you can look at yourself in the mirror and say something that's not true today. You guys, I can't explain why this works. Trust me, I don't understand how it works, but I know that it does. So you take your no contact person, all right, and you hold them in your mind and you imagine that they are apologizing to you. Okay, this is what it might sound like. Hey, you, fill in your name. I'm so sorry that the no contact that I asked for has hurt you so badly. Please forgive me for not doing things a different way because I didn't know how to tell you what was in my heart. Thank you for allowing me the freedom to walk away right now. I love you for allowing me the freedom to walk away right now. This is a powerful way to use Ho'oponopono to tell that little story. And if you tell that story to yourself from your person in your imagination, it will help you heal. I promise. I wish I could explain why. I don't know why. But with me, it's working because my no contact person, when they come back to me, I want to feel like I want to be completely open and available to my person without saying any of the negative experiences that I thought of when I used to feel betrayed and I used to feel that what they did was cruel. But I can spin a different story. Be a lioness. Be strong. You can do this. In our last message with these urgent love messages today, thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. Thank you so much. If you are in alignment with the idea of love that seems unavailable, that no matter what you do or how hard you try, that you are feeling disconnected, like somehow you are disqualified from love. Nothing could be further from the truth. Let's take our fifth card. Ah, I love this perfect card. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. What is it that divine love wants for us to carry through the day here? Number one, yellow. Yellow is always a card of abundance in the tarot. Any of the cards that show up with a yellow background or gold background, it is a sign of abundance. Okay, so here we have this gorgeous dress. We have abundance as the leader of our vision, right? Then look at all these yellow flowers all over the picture. It is not true that you are unloved. It is not true, okay? The universe has reached through this beautiful deck. So often people ask me where I'm finding my cards. I have a beautiful collection. Because you know what? You are not unloved. Put your hand on your chest right now, my friends. Put your hand right on your chest and repeat after me out loud if you can, if there's nobody around. I am not alone. Say it again. I am not alone. Say, I am not separate from God's love. I am not separate from divine love. This little hand covering the face tells me that some people listening to me right now, you feel separated from love, right? You feel separated from love. Maybe somebody left you. Maybe somebody passed away. And all you can do is say, my life is a mess. I can't go on without my person. I know that they must love me. Why have they left me? Can you see her eyes? And so this figure is like listening to me talk right now and saying, I want to stop myself from saying things that are false. I want to believe what you're saying, Catherine, but it's so hard for me because I don't feel good without my person. I don't feel right. I don't feel loved. How do you feel loved if you don't feel loved? That's what this figure is saying. And divine love is just showering. In fact, I'm going to get where's my little bell? Oh, here it is. This is like a teacher's moment. You have control of your honesty with yourself. How do you be honest? You would say, I am being honest. I don't like being alone. I am being honest. I want my true love. I am being honest. I'm separate from love right now. And the divine says, no, 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 no. You are not being honest about divine love, because divine love never leaves you. So when she uncovers her mouth, let's start saying out loud, even though I don't know how, I'm surrounded by divine love right now. Thank you, Prabhuta. Beautiful. Even though I don't know how, I'm one with divine love right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm honest with myself right now. Even though I don't know how, I allow divine love to possess my heart right now. Now, I don't know who this reading is for, but I do know I had such a conviction in my heart to come to you with this urgency today. These two people that I know of, they're telling their loved ones they don't want to live anymore because their person isn't here. And that's so heartbreaking. I can't fix that, but I can come here and show the divine love to the random soul that comes to this reading. And for that, I am so grateful, because I can't fix the people in my life, the humans, because if they don't open up to me, I'm not going to try to teach them, but you guys come here voluntarily. I mean, I love that. Now, at the top of my screen right now, Prabhuta, I'm seeing the number 77. So be sure to look up on a search engine, what is the spiritual meaning of 77? Because I believe there is a blessing there for you. So there you have it. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow for another divine transmission of love for you. And I just can't thank you enough. Be sure to hit the subscribe so you're notified when I come live. And thank you for your thumbs up, for your shares, and from your love. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.